Uh, Silver Orders, July 4th, 2014, issued to all members of the domestic police forces, U.S. Marshal Services, the Provost Marshals, members of the American Bar Association, and the American Armed Services. These organic American states of the Union, known as the American State of America, the United States of America, major exercising plenary civil power upon the land, hereby appoint General Carter F. Ham to lead the command, the Grand Army of the Republic, GAR in parentheses, and its successors under the guidance of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and with their full support should it become necessary to suppress commercial mercenary forces operating under the guise of being federal government agencies, including but not limited to the Department of Homeland Security, the Federal Emergency Management Administration, the Internal Revenue Service, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, etc. General Ham shall assume immediate command and control of all armed forces and services owned by the United States of America major stationed in North America, and shall join them under his command as the Grand Army of the Republic. All forces of air, land, and sea are to be employed. Any cost or loss suffered as a result of deployment of the Grand Army of the Republic shall be charged as stipulated prior. All efforts shall be made by the Grand Army of the Republic to spare life and property while undertaking any action whatsoever within the states of the Union without exemption. The GAR is uniquely enabled by the orders to operate on the land of the 50 organic states for the purposes of securing the lives and purposes and property of the United States and American state citizens. The Guards is not a foreign army and is composed primarily of American state citizens. If required to take field position, the local commanders shall make every effort to communicate the basis of their authority and the reasons for their presence on American state soil to ensure a prompt cessation of hostilities and a widespread understanding of the usurpation of acts of fraud which have led to any conflict. All parties must be brought to understand the nature of the federal government, the limitations of the authorities, and their obligations to act in favor of the organic states of the Union. The Grand Army of the Republic shall continue to operate under General Order 100, known as the Libra Code, extant from the pen of the last Republic President, Abraham Lincoln. No orders, executive or otherwise issued by Barack H. Obama, pretending authority on the land of the American states while operating as President of the United States Corporation, nor as the President of the United States of America minor, or own any performance by the Joint Chiefs of President of the United States of America minor, or owned any performance by the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Ham, and any ordinary, all plainly stated grants of contractual authority evident in the staff, General Ham, or any ordinary, all plainly stated grants of contractual authority evident in the Constitution of the United States of America remain in place, subject to good faith performance of the accompanying obligations and treaties. Mr. Obama is the President of the Governmental Services Corporation under contract to provide stipulated services to the organic states and is on their payroll. He otherwise acts as a foreign dignitary representing the United States of America minor. In neither of these capacities is he allowed any granted authority to impose upon American state citizens, endanger American state property, or command mercenary forces on American state soil. However, viewed as federal civilian service agencies, we require the Joint Chiefs of Staff and General Ham to commence measures to disarm federal civilian agency personnel, to seize control of the vast stockpiles of arms which have been improperly amassed by the Department of Homeland Security, FEMA, FEMA, and other agencies employed by the United States. The only federal agency allowed free egress on the land of the American states is the U.S. Marshal Services, and then only when their personnel are engaged in their duty to protect the U.S. mail and sworn to act as constitutional officers. All other federal agency personnel are limited to unarmed service until further notice. We direct the Joint Chiefs of Staff to communicate these first two general civil orders directly to Mr. Obama, the members of the U.S. Congress, the administrators of all federal agencies, the members of the Supreme Court, and those acting as governors, to compel their rapid understanding and cooperation. Any expense or damage incurred by these organic states or any American state citizens as a result of actions undertaken by any federal agency personnel acting as armed mercenaries on American state soil will be understood as the result of violent crimes committed against the peaceful inhabitants of the land, and will incur immediately judgment liquidating the assets of the internal Monetary Fund, International Monetary Fund, the IMF, and the Federal Reserve, any payment of the stipulated reparations, such crimes shall also be considered contract default, increasing the public debt subject to bounty. Any and all corporate officers of the United States and any successor organizations inheriting federal service contracts who support, condone, or promote such crimes against the American states or against American state citizens shall be subject to arrest and prosecution for commercial and violent crimes. All foreign officers operating as elected or appointed officials of the United States of America, crimes. All foreign officers operating as elected or appointed officials